Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. If you're in the UK, as I am, over the last few days you will have been sweating like a Catholic priest in an orphanage. But I don't know whether we've come out the other side of it. It was 40 degrees, whatever it is, 41 degrees on Wednesday. We're now on Friday, so I'm old enough to remember the heat wave of 1976, and believe it or not, it's actually hotter now than it was then, even though it seemed hotter back then. Maybe it's a different type of heat, or I was in the middle of London and it was a bit more stifling. I don't know. But anyway, enough moaning. Let's talk about yeah, it's quite a serious matter, this. There was an article on a young Mexican fighter, Alejandra Ayala, who was injured in a fight with Hannah Rankin for the WBA super welterweight title. She was badly injured. She had an operation on her brain, which required a piece of her skull being removed, as is often the case. And there's an article in Boxing News about her, and she's talking. She was apparently interviewed for about an hour, and she's back to, obviously not full health. It's too early for that, but you know, she's speaking and she's able to recognise people. She talks about, you know, the love and support she got from her family, and the fact that when she woke up she didn't even recognise herself, never mind her loved ones, and you know, the fact she couldn't walk, and now she can sort of walk but she gets dizzy, and she has good days, bad days. You know, she walks quite a long way, which would be, you know, quite a few feet, and then other days she just feels the need to sleep all day, and it's that recovery process, isn't it? But there was one bit of this article in Boxing News. It's this week's Boxing News. I'll show you the cover in case you want to go buy it. It's a great copy, actually. Eubank Ben on the front. Why not, eh? And the article's about 4 pages long, something like that. Now, I've got to read you this bit, because I think this kind of sums up the sort of sacrifices that fighters make for us as fans. Alejandra, she had a great big horseshoe shaped scar on the side of her head, big angry knotted stitches, but she also had a big scar going halfway across her stomach, very thick scar going from her navel to the side of her stomach. And let me read you this, see what you think of it. I had 3 operations. The first one, which happened when I got to hospital, took the bleeding down, but then it got worse. They then opened my head and took out half of my skull and opened my stomach and put it in there. I didn't know that when I woke up. I went to the bathroom one day and finally opened my eyes and started coming to this world, back to this world. I said, "What is this in my stomach?" Now, surgeons had removed a portion of her skull to ease the swelling and put it inside her stomach to keep it sterile and nourished. All right, so this is some creepy shit. I mean, she then goes on, I then looked at my head and could see that there was this hole, and I thought, oh my God, what's happened to my head? And they explained it to me, but I was like that for 2 weeks. Yeah. Then they did the third operation to open my stomach again and put the skull back in place. So a piece of your skull gets removed. They stick it in your stomach to keep it alive, effectively. And then they take it out and, I guess, fuse it back onto the rest of your skull, close you up, and off you go. The hardest game of all, boxing. The hardest game of all. And there's your reason. Well, thankfully she's on the mend, Alejandra, and it's a great article. They've got a couple of photos of her, one with a disfigured head, one she's showing the scar on her stomach, and one she's showing an injury to her head, the actual really angry looking, like I say, horseshoe shaped, big knotted, stitched injury. But there she is, she's up and about, hugging people, and yeah, it's good. It's good that it ended well. Of course, it doesn't always end well for a lot of fighters. They either suffer life-changing injuries where they can't, you know, talk, see, hear, maybe all 3, or they die. So food for thought for us boxing fans. But I just thought I'd make you aware of that article. It's really interesting. Yeah. So anyway, we got any boxing this weekend? I'm not sure we have, to be honest with you. Probably everyone's too damn hot to fight, which is saying something. But yeah, enjoy yourself anyway. We've got the weekend coming up. That's always a good thing, isn't it? So as always, thank you for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, please. Just hit the subscribe button. It takes a second. And thanks always for your time. We'll speak again soon. As always, much love to you.